Good afternoon. This is another episode of Trash Talk and Tall Tales. My name is Marlon.
And I'm James.
And we're going to take some time and just talk trash to you. What do you have on your mind, James?
The thing I have on my mind today is our food. Where is the beef? Where's the pork? Where's the chicken? Now, I live in a rural area, and you do too as well, right?
I do.
Let me just ask you a question, and that's all I'm doing is asking a question.
Shoot.
Do you see any chicken, beef, or hog trailers going to like the slaughterhouse?
I remember a while ago I would see chicken trucks. I get behind them or whatever and couldn't stand the smell. But yeah, every now and then.
Every now and again, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, but you're in a rural area.
I am in a rural area.
I'm in a rural area as well. If we actually sit back and think about how much chicken and beef and pork is actually consumed in this country, wouldn't you think that you would see more chicken trucks, more beef trucks, more pork trucks? It would almost to me would seem like you would have a continuous line going to the slaughterhouse. Yes, at some point.
Well,
with the
I know my daughter eats absolutely nothing but chicken. Absolutely nothing but chicken. It drives me crazy. So you're saying that we don't see enough trucks?
I'm just wondering, where are they? I'm in the rural area. Like I said, this is where the farms are. This is where you should be getting that raw material from, so to speak. Because if you get on the interstate most days, you'll see a gas carrying truck or tanker, if you will.
Okay. You'll
also see like lumber, timber trucks. You'll use that, or you'll see that. And it's just funny to me because if you just think about how many supermarkets, how many fast food restaurants, how many just mom and pop restaurants that there are just around your area. And you got to realize all of this chicken product or this beef product or this pork product has to be already prepared and slaughtered for it to be in the store that you use, or to the fast food restaurant or the standalone restaurant. You would just think that there would be more of those raw material trucks going up and down the road. And we're not even talking about the food that is exported, if we're exporting any. Just talk about it. If you just think about it in those terms, like how many chicken breasts, I can eat 2 chicken breasts by myself, and there's only 2 breasts on the chicken. Okay. So I was just saying, there's only so many chicken breasts you can get out of one chicken.
It's only 2.
Right. It's only 2. But I am around Nashville, Tennessee, where hot chicken is a thing. Like, it is something that is a staple here in my area.
Is cold chicken a thing?
Cold chicken?
You said hot chicken is a staple.
I'm sorry, Flavor, my man. Flavor, my man.
Okay, got you.
Pretty good, though.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Pretty good. But yeah, just thinking about that, the chicken sandwiches, the chicken tenders, the chicken thigh meat that they use at all these other restaurants like Mexican places, Chipotle, stuff like that. It just seems like to me there's only so much you can get out of one chicken. And we're not even talking about the other chicken that goes to where it's already breaded for you, like those ready-made meals for you. You get in the frozen section. It just seems like to me there is a lack of that raw material being seen by me in my area. Now, like I said, go ahead.
I don't understand. What do you mean that? Are you saying it's a conspiracy theory? I'm confused.
I don't want to say it's a conspiracy theory. I just got a question. I just got a question. Okay. I just want to know why I'm not seeing so many trucks delivering this to the slaughterhouse.
Okay.
And I know I eat bacon all day long. Like, and I'm gonna tell you the truth, I've never seen a pig go to slaughter.
I haven't either. And in all honesty, to be honest with you, I haven't seen hogs or pigs on a truck in a long time. Every now and then you'd see them. I haven't seen any cows on, to be honest with you, on a truck in a long time. Maybe it's my area. I don't know.
But we're in the area where we should be seeing this. There's farmland all around me.
Oh, absolutely. Around me, too.
And there's livestock houses, I guess is what you call them, that they deliver the product to so we can, process it and then consume it later.
Okay, but, so let me ask you a question real quick, and I apologize. Are you screaming conspiracy theory?
I feel like I'm on the stand right now because I don't want to answer that question. I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory or not. I'm just saying I got a question. I'm just curious.
No. Now, along with that, I've heard of a conspiracy theory, and I think Shorty told me about this, telling me, I'm not sure if it's Shorty or not. Anyways, she was telling me that, let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen your neighbors take in their groceries? Have you ever seen
the funny thing is, you're right. I have never seen that.
Now, if I remember correctly, I'm not saying it was Shorty. Could have been, might not have been. But they were saying that since we've never seen our neighbors taking in our groceries or taking in their groceries, that it's all that we're all in a simulation. We're all in a simulation.
That is another thing that this kind of lends itself to, this way of thinking, but I just feel it as odd. I'm not saying I believe in simulation theory, but it is odd. It's thought-provoking, if nothing else.
I agree. I mean, if you think about it, just in the population of my little city alone, just to feed all those individuals, you would think that trucks would be running nonstop. I would even go out on a limb and say they would probably need their own roads and highways just to keep that production going. Yeah. And there's so many. I live when I say a very rural area, I live in a very rural area. And it's so many chicken houses around here. If you look on the Google Maps, if you look on Google Maps, you'll see so many chicken houses. But, yeah, I don't see any chicken trucks.
But where's the chicken trucks?
Okay.
Where's the beef carriers?
Not to dig too deeply and put on our tinfoil hats. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
No.
I mean, if we're going down that road, you know what I'm saying? I mean, where are all the baby pigeons?
That's true.
They got to be somewhere. But I didn't mean to hijack your chicken truck.
No,
go ahead.
No. This is even more thought provoking because it lends to that simulation theory that we were talking about earlier. Like, are we out here really with non-playable characters?
You know what? Most gamers don't know that term, but yeah, NPCs.
Okay. NPCs are characters that are in a game, that are part of the game, but you do not have any control over them, and they are basically running off of a script.
Well, honestly, some of the people that I come into daily contact with, they feel like they're NPCs. I mean, because the things that they do sometimes, I'm totally wowed by their actions.
And let me ask you a question on this, Marlon.
By all means.
Would you say that simulation theory is impossible?
Now, I don't know much that much about it. But I was a big fan of The Matrix. But I know in my life, it's just very interesting when I sit back and look at the things that I do on a daily basis, that everyone else is doing the exact same thing or variations thereof. So I find it very interesting that all of this is going on at the exact same time. Am I a simulation theorist, or do I believe in simulation theory? Not really. No. I mean, on a foundational level, no. But it is very interesting that all these lines are going everywhere at the exact same time.
Running in parallel almost. But I think that also lends us to the hamster on the wheel metaphor that we use whenever we talk about our lifestyle in society. Like, everybody's a hamster on this wheel. Like, we're constantly just running in circles. Sometimes it feels like all of us are paying bills. All of us are going to jobs that we may or may not like just to pay those bills. And it just seems like it is a continuous cycle that we go on just for, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to be on a conspiracy theorist rant.
It sounds like it's too late, brother. It sounds like it's entirely too late.
We might be on the train already. It's possible. I don't know if it's left the station yet, but I guess the choo-choo is blowing smoke.
It's left the station.
But everyone does this. Everyone gets on this hamster wheel where that is what we do, and we all want to accumulate more things than our neighbors. Like that. It almost like it
Joneses.
Yes. And we let those things define not who we are, but how much worth we're worth. Not the character, not how you treat other human beings.
Which is the most important thing, of course.
Which is the most important thing. But it seems like we're all trying to pile up our treasures somewhere.
You only live once, brother. You only live once.
You're right. But I don't think that's the main thing. I think a lot of us on these wheels, though, that is what as we talked about earlier, that's what society has ingrained in us. You know, like I said, the commercials that we watch, the shows that we watch, it's all about travel. It's all about doing these extra things. And even being on social media, you'll see pictures of people being different places doing different experiences with different people and stuff like that, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. But it just seems like what we are fed is not beneficial to us.
No, I agree.
I think it's more, it's detrimental.
It's all programming.
Yeah.
It's all programming. I totally agree with that.
And like I said, I just had to question, like, I feel like us being in the rural area, we would see, going back to the original subject, we would see
and
more.
We have swayed.
Well, completely.
We have swayed.
Completely, because this is a rabbit hole, basically. Rabbit hole, chicken hole, beef hole, all the holes. Pork hole. So, but seriously, like, where are these trucks that are carrying these animals to slaughter for us to eat? And just think about how much food your little town consumes. We're not even talking about tourist places.
Let me just say this. I'm a vegetarian, so it really has nothing to do with me. But
let me ask you a question on that point. Since you're a vegetarian, have you ever seen crop trucks, like, where they...
Okay, I don't know how my food is moved. I have no idea. All I know is when I go to the grocery store, I'm hoping that it's
there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's placed there right in front of you, but you never see the raw materials go from one place to the other.
No, not at all. Not at all. Sometimes if you go to the grocery store at the right time, you might see the delivery truck, but that's about it.
Maybe.
So I mean, what do you think is going on? Do you think that this is a simulation? I know that I said that I'm not a simulation theorist. I guess that's the correct word, simulation theorist.
It'll work.
So are you a simulation theorist?
I am not. I'm not. I'm just saying I have questions because it's odd to me. It does lend itself to some of those theories that we talked about being in the simulation because it kind of makes sense, but I don't believe that. I'm not here to say that it's just because we're living in the simulation. I mean, maybe it has something to do with the way our food is stored. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing a leg in the journey, but I'm just saying I don't see that starting point ever. Really, it's very
the starting
rare.
point is the farm, baby.
Right.
It's gotta be the farm.
I just feel like with all the food that we consume, and not even the food that we export to other countries, if we do, we should be overrun with animals. Like we should be able to reach out and touch an animal like every direction we face.
I got you.
I'm just saying. Call me a conspiracy theorist. Call me a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Yeah. But I'm just saying, I just got questions. I think it's healthy to have questions, and that's just one of my questions.
It's a healthy question.
And I think that's time for us today on that subject.
All right. Sounds good. Very interesting. Right. Thought-provoking, if you will.
Yeah. We'll figure it out someday in the sweet bye-bye, I guess.
No, we won't. Oh, well, yeah, of course in the sweet bye. Of course in the sweet bye-bye.
Well, I'll go ahead and get us out of here. I'm James.
And I'm Marlon.
And this was our second episode of Trash Talk and Tall Tales. Yeah. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.
Take care.